People move around toxic, surrounding us every day. People move around toxic, so you must protect your space. I know, cause I used to be toxic, couldn't take it no more. Had to change of mind, got aligned with my assignment, and I changed my ways. Round two, people used to be around toxic. People move around toxic, surrounding us every day. People move around toxic, so you must protect your space. I know, cause I used to be toxic, couldn't take it no more. Had to change of mind, got aligned with my assignment, and I changed my way. You hear me? Stillness, abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. I hope everybody is feeling good for no reason at all. I'm studying, but I hope everybody is feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, operating, emanating, exuding the highest version of your best self in this current moment. You hear me? As for me, I'm optimistic, enthusiastic, energized, and I'm fully charged. You hear me? Tuesday, Mars Day. So it's big Mars energy in the building. I hope everybody is feeling good for no reason at all. Feeling good is feeling God. Salute to the Cosmic Conscious, Soul Control family, and Soul Tribe. Salute to the new subscribers. Salute to the peekaboos and passerbys. Everybody count. You hear me? And if possible, if you don't want to get left behind, it ain't our intention to leave nobody behind. You heard? My name is Sawu. It's an honor to be here today. It's always good, spontaneity. You got to keep, the energy is always shifting. We got to learn how to shift with it. Otherwise, we start getting dragged up under the current and find everything outside of ourselves to blame but us. You hear me? And since everybody got a backstory, you hear me? Since everybody got a backstory, I want to say salute to those who know how we started, to those who know how we started, but are actually proud of where we are today. You hear me? Because I bet you only find the few. You heard? So I want to salute those that do, know the journey, know the story, and actually proud of what we did with it, what we became through it, and who we are today. You hear me? Because I bet it ain't many, but we can count a few. You heard? I say that to say it show us how to see it in those who we now come into contact with that now reflect what you are and who you are and whatever you do today. You hear me? And they ain't even gotta know your backstory, cause they feel it. You hear me? It feel good to feel good for no reason at all. You hear me? If you ain't got one, find one before we go any further. I'll even give us a minute. You heard? Yeah, before we get off, we got a reading tonight, but before I get off in the reading, I just thought about something that occurred earlier. It rained a little bit earlier here where I'm at. And for whatever reason, I was just led to go to the front door. So as I went to the front door, 3 doves just appeared out of nowhere. So me, trying to be Dr. Doolittle, I call myself imitating the coos of the dove, but I think I must have sounded more like an owl, because once I started making the sound, they went to look around a few times, and I guess y'all know, you got the hell out of Dodge, you hear me? But that was, it's all about the signs. It's all about the signs. I don't know why I was led to share that, but it's all about the signs. It was 3 doves. 3, number 3. For whoever that may be significant to, your favorite number may be 3, but it was 3 doves. So when things like that, and things like that is always occurring, especially with me. But I pay attention. I pay attention. So learn to pay attention to the signs and the symbols, to the glimpses, you know, because they always occurring. You heard? When something is stirring within you, something is stirring outside. Now that could be good, bad, indifference. So we got to be mindful and be aware, you know, and be awake. Because awake is being aware, and being awake is knowing. So we need to be aware, we need to be awake, we need to be intelligent, and we need to be in accord with our divinity, divine. You hear me? Yeah. I had to do something. I was led to do. I was just led to, you know, be me. It's a lot of sides to Sawu, you know. It's a lot of sides to Sawu. But without further ado, we're gonna get into a little reading. We got one more day, the raffle tomorrow. But I wanted to stir it up because it's just Tuesday, and for a lot of people, the first couple days of the week. It's Wednesday, my bad. But the first few days of the week, you know, usually start off edgy if you don't get yourself in the momentum, you know, every day of the week. But I know, cause I do it too, you know. I stay on point as much as possible, but you know, I have my days too. You know, we superheroes, but we're not superheroes. If you get it, you get it. But we coming out the Metaphysical today. Metaphysical Bible Dictionary by Charles Fillmore. You know, it's a very helpful book to have on your journey. You know, when we moving in and out of these different types of archetypes that work through our what we call consciousness, that, you know, that work through what we know as our thoughts, that operate through what we feel as our emotions. You hear me? But we today's topic, because we've been traveling through certain genealogy for whatever reason. I ain't know that this was what was going on until I got outside of myself to look back at myself and pay attention to what's actually going on. You hear me? But yeah, Isaac, Jacob. Well, today's topic is Isaac, but we've been to Jacob, we've been to Joseph, you know, and I noticed when we're going through it, depending on who we, or what archetype we reading about, what archetype of consciousness that we reading about, it'll start making reference to other archetypes, you know, in association with, or in contrast of. So I started following that type of pattern, so that's how we've been coming up with what we've been coming up. But it's been good for those who've been tapped in. We know we've been getting some real food up out of this for those who have ears to hear. You hear me? But today's topic is Isaac from the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, and Isaac is Hebrew Isaac, meaning he. God laughs. He will laugh. Laughter, joy, singing, and leaping. Isaac was the son of Abraham and Sarah in Genesis, according to Genesis 18, chapter 18, verses 9 through 15, and chapter 21, verses 1 through 7. Metaphysical meaning reads as follows. Isaac means divine sonship. I'm going to stop right there for a minute. Divine sonship and daughtership. You hear me? But divine sonship, that means everybody is a heir. Every you know, Psalms 82 says we are all gods and children of the Most High. All these things are just coming to my mind as I'm starting out, and I only read the first two sentences, the first two words. Divine sonship. Hear ye are all gods and children of the Most High. Psalms 82:6. Or read the whole Psalms 82 for whoever that's for. But divine sonship, Isaac meaning laughter, signifies the joy of the new birth and the new life in Christ consciousness, which is the spiritual consciousness of relationship to God the Father and Mother, Spirit. You hear me? Whatever you know it as. Man rejoices greatly in his privilege of expressing as the Son of God and the daughters. You hear me? Because I ain't responsible for how they wrote it, but, you know, we leave nobody behind. You hear me? According to the text, Isaac was born after Sarah was past the age for bringing forth. That means Isaac was born after the age set for a woman to be able to conceive child or get pregnant. Besides, she was barren, and besides, she was barren. So that there was no possibility of his conception under the natural course of things. Did we catch that? According to the text, Isaac was born after Sarah was past the age of bringing forth. Besides, she was barren, so that there was no possibility of his conception under the natural course of things. The natural course of things. So us, when we born of spirit, are born not of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The natural man, or the Esau, you see, or the Judas, because these are different archetypes of the same type of conscious aspect. The natural man has no power to bring forth the new man in Christ Jesus. So in other words, to say that in our terms, the worldly person has no power to bring forth spiritual things. The natural man has no power to bring forth the new man in Christ's consciousness. So Hagar's son could not be the chosen seed and heir. Now we remember Esau sold his birthright or fruit reeds back when we did Esau. The new man is a new creature begotten by the divine seed, the word. The new man is a new creature begotten by the divine seed, the word. And we all familiar with the biblical phrase, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Well, how you gonna renew your mind, you know, unless you think better thoughts to produce better words? If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I'm gonna back it up so it can flow. The natural man has no power to bring forth the new man in Christ's consciousness. So Hagar's son could not be the chosen seed and heir. The new man is a new creature begotten by the divine seed, the word. An entirely new state of consciousness is formed. An entirely new consciousness is formed, fulfilling the admonition, let Christ be formed in you. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let Christ's consciousness be formed in you. But you gotta feed on things of higher nature, things of higher value, things of higher substance. We gotta feed ourselves the right type of thoughts. What type of food are we eating? It don't always appear in your mouth or through the mouth. When Isaac was weaned, Ishmael, Hagar's son, mocked him. Anybody call themselves chosen star seed, light worker, so forth and so on, don't been mocked before. We the ones who get crucified, the ones of us who was born in flesh, but we came here and was born in flesh, regardless of who we came through. We came here. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Was born in flesh, because we here to help. Are the ones that get mocked, are the ones that get ridiculed, are the ones that get crucified, and we ain't never been on no cross. You hear me? Ishmael mocked him. This is the experience of everyone in the new birth. So we ain't the only ones, you hear me? That's why I'm doing this, to let y'all know y'all ain't the only ones. And if I did it, y'all can too. If I'm doing it, y'all can too. If I'm making it, you can too. The thoughts that are the fruit of the spirit, pardon self. The thoughts that are the fruit of the mind of flesh. The thoughts that are the fruit of the people of the flesh rise up within and mock the new man. So that means you be at war with yourself. See? You're at war with yourself. And upside down, you're at war with yourself. Your higher nature and your lower nature. Here, the overcomer has a work to do. We gotta get it right side up. If you're gonna be an overcomer, it's a work to do. You hear me? Hagar, the bondmaid, and her son must be cast out. That's that old. That's that old. That's that old. Because that old will keep you down there. You hear me? And those that been around know we don't want to go back down there. You hear me? Abraham grieves at this. Well, who is Abraham? Abraham grieves at this. So who is Abraham according to the archetypes of consciousness? We'll be coming to that. You hear me? Abraham grieves at this. So we sometimes grieve over giving up. So that means it's an Abraham aspect within us. See, this show you how to read the Bible. Look at that Bible a whole little different. That's why I say this is a good book to have for all those who have a Bible in your house. You should have a metaphysical Bible dictionary in your house. You hear me? So we sometimes grieve over giving up the fruits that we have brought forth in the natural man. Consciousness. In the natural man consciousness. You ever want something so bad, then when you get it, you don't want it? You ever wanted somebody so bad, then when you get them, you don't want them? Let me talk to it. All this has its place in what I'm sharing with us. You hear me? Isaac was not noted for his achievements. We won't always be acknowledged. We won't always be acknowledged, I say, for making the unseen seen. The light workers, the star seeds, the blue rays, the indigos, the crystal, the rainbows. We won't always be acknowledged for making the unseen seen to those that we came here to help. You hear me? But if you have made conscious with spirit, but if you have made conscious contact with spirit, you don't need no validation. So it's an honor for me to be Sawu. You hear me? As I was reading, Isaac was not noted for his achievements. He represents the serenity, the peace, and joy that man has, that we can have, when we accept spiritual things as real and alive as we think we are. You hear me? Seeing spirit, which is invisible, visible in everyday life. And that concludes the reading for the day. You hear me? Tonight's emoji is, wow, I gotta come back. Tonight's emoji will be a lion. A lion. A lion. A lion. Lion. And I gotta check and see if it's 28 or 29 days, cause I know we're in a leap year. But if so, the raffle will be on Thursday. And I'm getting my days mixed up, cause I really don't be living by the calendar until I have to deal with other people. I have to pay attention to what day it is. But I think it's Tuesday today. I'm sure I rolled red for a reason. But otherwise, we'll be if it's a leap day year in this month, I will check. We will have the Thursday. And other than that, what did I say? Put in a lion. We're going tonight's emoji for the end of this month's raffle, family. I gotta calm this energy down. Will be a lion. and new subscribers. I do a raffle at the end of the month. If you subscribe, all you have to do is, after watching the video, place the emoji in the comment section, which tonight will be a lion for this video, and as simple as that for your submission. Otherwise, I thank y'all for it all. You hear me? Like, share, comment, share the videos. If you get something out of it, somebody else will too. You hear me? Let's continue to keep growing. You know, we need us. No one can do it alone. You hear me? That's why mental health is an issue, because people try to do it all by themselves. You know, and I get it, because I did too. So be optimistic, you know, keep healing, be open to give support as well as receive support. I appreciate all those who support in any fashion form. And simple as that. My name is Sawu. I love y'all, family. Peace.